So we have configured the Tailwind CSS in our project. Now let's go and add the header first to this project. Already we have included the app.routing.module.ts. Now I will go and create a separate component. So I will create a folder related to the components. So the components all will go and sit inside that folder. So in the earlier classes also I told like when the application Angular live development surface is running, so we don't require to terminate this. If you want to go and use the other terminal, just you have to use over here on the click of this plus, it will go and it will open a other terminal. And then we have the CMD, CLS, and inside this you can go and you can create the component. So ng gc and then the components and forward slash, and then we have the header over here. So it will go and it will create the header. And if I'll go, so under the component, it has created the header over here. Now in the header, we have this PF. So I will go and I will list this paragraph tag and I will copy the navbar. So let me copy this and I will go and I will paste in this dot HTML. Save. Now I want to display whatever the content I have created in .html. So for that I need to use the selector. So I can use the as it is selector or I can give the name, but this would be always the unique. So I will go to the app.component.html and we have this title instead of that or below or not required this, delete, and I will go and I will use the over here save. And now let's go and see the changes. So once I will go to the UI over here, so now you can see it has created the header over here, which is the some of the default value we have. And then these are the icons, notification and the card and the profile icons. And over here we have the this menu bar. Now if you want to go and you want to create, you can create your own. So instead of like dashboard team and the project, let's will go and create our, which will be the like. So I will go to the header.component and first of all I will go and create the home. So we have dashboard. Instead of dashboard, I will go and I will use the home. And then we have suppose about. And then we have suppose product. And let me copy this li once again. And I will use over here product contact. For time being, I am just using the this 4 over here. And wherever you have gone and declared that vmart, so vmart, for that we are using this image over here. You can see they are using the image. So instead of image, we can go and we can change the to the text. So we'll see how we can go. Just save and we'll see the output home, about, product and contact. So there are the options like it has navigated to the left in the Tailwind switches. If you want to navigate to the right hand side, so there is a class you can go and you can navigate on the right hand side as well. Now on the click, till now we have seen we are running the our application on the 4200. Suppose tomorrow on the click of home, the URL will be changed like home and it should display the content related to home. And when I will click on the about, so it should go and it should display like the about and the same way of related to the product and then the contact. For that, we have to go and we have to use the routing. So already we have included the routing over here, and it is creating the object over here array, and inside this we'll go and we'll create the object. So before creating this one, let's go and create the component which we are going to use. So we have the menu of home, about, product, and contact. So let me go and create over here. So I will use the same. So about over here, about, and I don't want to add the skip text file. So text equal to true, and then again for the, okay. So we have not created the home. Let me create the home as well. And in the same way, we can go and we can use the our product, and then the finally we have the contact. So we have created all the four components. And if you go and expand this, about, contact, header, home, and the product. Now we have to go and create the object for this. And already you can see when you include all the things, almost like the router module will be always imported, and it has been exported because we are keeping the separate module. So we should, the main module, know that we have already one module which is included in this application. So we are exporting this on the router and for children, because this will be our parent. And you can see routes to create the object of this. In this, now I will go and use the single opening and closing, and then path. And always at the initial stage, there will be the blank. And we want to redirect to the page. So it can be like, suppose if it has clicked on the home page, always it will be displaying. So we'll go and we'll write redirect to home, and it should match the full path. So path match, and it should be the full. And after that, in the same way, I will go and create the other for home, for about, for product, and for our contact. And let's separate with the comma. And over here, first of all, I will go and create for home. And inside this, I will go and use the component. And then we have the home component. And then we have about. And then we have the component. And then we have the about component. Sorry, about component. We have the product, and we have the component, which will be our product component. And then we have the contact, and we have the component, and then contact component. And as we have also discussed about the wildcard route, so suppose if the hacker has gone and he is trying to get some wrong URL address bar in the base URL bar, so it should go and it should display like page not found type of. So we'll go and we'll create a separate component. And as we know, always we have to go and put the wildcard out at the end, because if you put at the start and the middle, so every time it will be go to load and wherever it is getting match of this wildcard route. So always it is mandatory to put this in the last. So over here I will go and write asterisk and then component, and then we have, suppose I will go and create a component of page not found. So I will go and create component which is page not found, and I will go and skip this, and you can see it has been created. And now I will go and create over here page not found. Okay, now we save, and wherever you have created the header, you have to go, and by default anchor will go and use the HREF. So the difference, if you go and put over here HREF, like suppose over here for this one, okay, this one is for the our, let's go and put in the home. So if I'll go and put on home, and on the parent I will go and use the outer outlet. So router outlet, and save this as well. And now if I'll go to the my UI screen, so by default you can see it will go to the UI, and let me go and put that as well in the about us, because then only you will understand the difference. So let me go and put about. Now over here, if I'll go and come over here, so you can see the page will go and refresh. It will, UI is getting changes, but page is also getting refreshes. You can see. So in this case, there might be some scenarios where you go and lost the data from the application. So you don't want to page the refresh, only you want to change the URL address bar and the content. So Angular provide us the alternative, which is our router link. So let me go and implement the router link over here. Instead of href, I will implement router link. And same in the case of home router link. Let's apply to the other two rest, which is one is the product router link. And over here, I will go and use product. And then we have router link. And then we have the contact. Now save all the files and just go to the UI, and we'll check about us, product, contact, and why we are getting the, let me check. So go to the router. Okay, we have given the capital, that's why. So whatever the name you have given to the path, that name only it should be given over here. Now let me go and check. So we have about, now home is working fine. We have, so you can see the page is not getting refreshed. If you can see on the icon, only the content is getting, but the page is not refreshing. You can see on click of any, the page is not getting refreshed. Now from the Angular 14, there before also you used to set the title. Suppose on currently I'm on the home tag, so I want to set the title as a home. If I am on the about, so I want to set the title as about. And in the same way, if I am the product, so I want to set this as a product and this as a contact. So for that, I have to go in the our routing, and they have given the app.routing.ts until we use the path and the component and for the child and the guard. Now we have the option of title as well, property. And in this, whatever the title, the way you want to display, you have path. So I am giving like a home capital. In the same way, you can go and get pass to all this. So title, and then we have about, and then title and product. And then we have the title, and then we have the contact. Okay. In the same case, if you want to go and give for the our this, so you can go and you can give page not found. So you can go and give over here title and page not found. Okay. Save. And now if I'll go to the UI, and now if I'll see, by default I was on the contact, so you can see the contact on the title. If I'll go and move to the product, so you can see product. If I'll go and see on the about, so you can see the title is getting changed. If we have on the home, so we are getting the home. So you have seen in many application, like when we go and we'll click on, we navigate from one tab to another, based on that the title is getting changed. So with the help of the title property, you can go and you can also set that if you want on the this navigation, so what the title you want to display over here. So now we have done the basic of the routing over here. Now if you want to go and you want to create over here some, like on the home page, you want to go and design. So instead of like homeworks, you can go and you can design. And over here, we have the cart already we have added over here. We'll use this, and we don't have any like the services for the notification. So this will be not there. And for the logging and log out, we'll go and we'll use the, and once the logging will be there, we'll go and we'll design this way over here. So now we have done the basic implementation of the our routing. Now suppose I have to go and I have to create this on the basis of like, if we have the some crowd operation. In the crowd operation, suppose it can be only be accessible from the our admin. Normal customer, he or she cannot go and delete that one. So for that purpose, we can go and we can. So let's design some of the product like card. So we have the option over here in the tailwind, the way you can go and you can design. So let me go to the card. And in this card, you can see we have the multiple ways over here where you can go and you can design like this. So if you see, we have this card with images, card with some of them, and we have the button, like we have the button over here. You can go and you can have the like buttons and all that. And we have the footer over here. So we have the different type of card which you can go and you can use. Now suppose I will go and I will use this card. Copy this. Go to the our product component. And in the product component, I will delete this and save. Save over here. And we have some of the this basic data. Now let's go to the TF and we'll go and we'll create a object over here. Go and create the array of objects. So for that, let's go and currently you can see it is we go and implements. ng on init, which is one of the life cycle of our, and we have to go and create the method. So interface over here, and we don't require this throw exception, save, and this will work same as like we have the page load in our web.com in our ASP.NET web form. In the same way, like suppose we have created some method and you want to get it call at the whenever the instance of this component is created, so you can go and you can call over here. Now I will go and declare a product with any. So any is the type in our TypeScript, so it can go and it can store either the string value, integer value, or the boolean, any type of value the any can store. And now in this, I will go and create this dot product.
प्रोडक्ट का एक इंटरफेस भी बनता है ना?
हाँ वो भी बनाएंगे. So okay, so let me go and create inside this one and array, and inside this I will go and create object, and object will going to have the key and value. Now let's go to the UI and see what we generally require. So we have these images which is going to have a title and then some text and then the image, and this is the button over here. So we'll go and we'll use the website which will give you the free high quality images, and that is the Pixabay. And from here, like suppose I have taken some mobiles or product related over here, so like suppose product and mobile phone, and I will not going to use the, I will generally I will use this the URL which is our HTTPS. Let me go for mobile. Mobile phones. Yes, I have one, and I will copy the image address. Okay, and I will give the name card title. So name over here mobile, and it should be the string. So mobile, and then we have the image URL. I have given this name, then the double quote, and then paste the image, and then we have some description. So description, and we have some description over here related to the mobile. So I can go and I can use, let's see, it will work in the HTML. Okay, so I am, for time being I am waiting, I am going to buy this mobile next month. So for just bin we have used this single object. Now I want to go and loop this. So as we know, we can go and loop this over here. So you'll go and use this product, and you have to run the star ng4 to, and we are getting some error. Let me check where. Okay, sorry. So it will going to have the problem. Okay, error solved. Now let's go to the product.com over here, and over here I will go and instead of this card. So if you see, we have this div under this div class, and then after that it is like the images and all that. So I need to go and apply on this only. So star, as we know the syntax, asterisk ng 4, and then let, like suppose we have given the products over here, so I can go and write the product, and this can be the your name, whatever the name you want to give, but it should be the unique. Like already we are using the products over here, so product is fine, it will work. And of products, okay. And now let's go and use over here the name instead of the card title. So I will go and I will string interpolation, and then product dot name, and then over here in the description we have the product dot description over here. Let's see, and then we'll add the image. So now you can see both got rendered over here, the mobile and the this. Now let's go for the image. So image, we have the src tag over here. So if directly if I will have to go and give over here, so if I will go and try, like, or suppose we cannot try it, so I can go and try like product dot image url and save, and now you can see that is not getting rendered. So for this we need to go and bind this as an attribute. So this you have to go and make as a property. Now if you'll save, and now you can see we are able to get the image. And some issue with this button, let me check why this button is not getting applied. It's a type button. Okay, okay, light, this light color they are using primary. Let me check. Okay, we'll see that one. So if I have to, if I have to pass the dynamic value, so only this single UI is sufficient. Just I have to go and add the value inside this object over here, and that value I can go and I can render. So suppose if I will go and add one more value, and this time I will go and write laptop, and then image URL, and I will go and I will copy the image from the same website, and we have seen that we have the laptop over there. Top image. So I will go and I will copy any of the laptop image. Like suppose I will copy this. Let's copy URL address bar. And then you can go and you can paste, and then comma. And then over here we have the description. And you can go and you can add the description like Lenovo laptop is best for doing that is over here. Okay, and same will go and well, now see I have just adding the object and I'm not going to change anything in the this CS HTML, and automatically it will go and it will display. So go to this, and over here you can see it is getting added. So what we'll do, I will go and check if we are getting any API where we have the product related, from where you can go and we can get only the product. So we can go, or we can go and we can implement the Facebook clone, from where you can go and you can get the related API details, which will be the our product. So if you suppose on the product, if you go and you can create the sub menu also, like electronics product or the grocery or some other product, and on the basis of that you want to go and you can display. So we'll try with the basic one, which will go and will take the API and we'll bind that API over here, and we'll see how we can go and you can we'll go and decrease this size as well. It is bigger, so instead of displaying this much bigger, we'll go and we'll display. And suppose in one row we are going to display max to max 5 records, and again the record will go and will display over here in the next line. So only in a row we are going to display the 5 records, and over there we have the add buttons. So whenever the user will go and click on add, it will go and it will add in this card over here. And from there you can go and you can do the, we'll try to add the strip payment gateway. We'll try to implement this one. If it is not paid, then we'll try to implement this. If it is paid, because I have not implemented it, but we'll try. If it is not paid and it is free, so we'll go and we'll try to implement that as well. So I will go and I will create the product over here. And if I will get the chance, I will go and record that and I will share before the class. So you can also go and you can create the same UI. And on the that UI, will see how we can go and we can apply the search. And on the click of the contact, how we can go and we can click the forms like with the name, email ID, and some messages, and with the button. And how we can go and we can store that in our database using the API. So tomorrow we'll go and we'll do the setups of the API as well. So for API, I am going to use ASP.NET Core Web API, and which is the version of 6.0. And then we are going to use the Entity Framework Core as well to interact with our database. So we'll use the Entity Framework Core and then database as in our SQL server. Okay. So we'll tomorrow we'll go and do the setups of our backend as well. So it will be better when we go and work with the API. So if the backend is ready, so you can go and you can start interacting with our database. Instead of creating these dummy records, we can directly go and fetch from our database, and where we'll go and store the our all the data. Okay. So I'm stopping over here, and we'll go and we'll continue from tomorrow.